What's going on? Welcome to module number 5. And as we get closer to creating your actual offer, we're going to continue to learn new things. We're going to continue to expand on this, and we're going to get to a point where you're going to really understand how powerful offers are. You'll be able to create offers for the rest of your life. And so this one is important. And the reason it's important is because as you create your offer, at this point, normally a lot of people start thinking, oh, well, I just got to throw stuff in, right? So if I want to sell people this screen cleaner, maybe I give them a whiteboard eraser, and maybe I give them a marker, and maybe I give them a Wingstop gift card, right? Isn't that adding to the value? Yes and no. Okay, yes and no. So I want to I'm gonna use a funny example from when I was younger, when I was like in high school and early college life. Um, I remember, I would, go out with friends, go to a party or whatever, go hang out, and there would be like, obviously girls there and guys, and I remember being with a teammate, and the teammate, he was trying to holler at every single girl, right? He would just go up and be like, "Hey, what up, girl? We should hang out, whatever," and just talking all this stuff, right? And I had the perfect intro because I could walk up and be like, afterwards, after they shot him down, I could be like, "Yo, he's a clown," and then start a conversation, right? And the problem that he was having is he was trying to jump right to the close. He was trying to jump right in and just go from 0 to 100 real quick, in the words of Drake, right? Uh, and the thing is, right, if you try to do things too fast, or if the way you're doing things doesn't make sense, you're gonna have a problem, right? They give you instructions when you're building a IKEA furniture. They give you instructions to go from step 1 to step 10. And if you start at step 10 and then go to 3 and then 5, you're going to come up with a jacked up looking desk, right? And so this module number 5 is all about offer sequencing, the order in which you put your offer together. Okay, and so I want you to actually, let's hop over to the PowerPoint really quick, and I'll show you what we're going to talk about. So I want you to imagine you walked into this restaurant, right? This beautiful, nice restaurant. Waiters and waitresses are all nice, friendly staff, clean environment, good music, good ambiance, right? They got a live band playing nice and low, so you can still enjoy your conversation. Just smells delicious. You can smell the food. Everything that just seems amazing in there, right? And then you go and you sit down, and the first thing they do is they walk up and they say, "All right, it'll be 250.75. This is your bill." And then you just like, "What you mean? You know what I mean? What you talking about? This is my bill." And they're like, "Yeah, 250.75." And then after they give you the bill, they're like, "Okay, what kind of dessert would you like?" You're like, yo, man, can I get a drink? Right? Can I get a drink, bro? Right? And so there's a flow when you go into a restaurant, right? You go in, you sit down, they get you a drink, and then they offer you appetizers, and then they offer you entrees, and then they offer you dessert, and then they bring the bill, and that's the sequence, right? That's the 5-step sequence of their offer. Okay? A lot of times, we as entrepreneurs, salespeople, whatever industry you're in, fail to understand the sequencing of our offer, right? So we think that people are just that we can just throw all this stuff together and just say, "Hey, here's the cost," and then people are going to be all over it. No, there's an order that it needs to go in order for it to make sense. And so how to sequence, right? So in this picture, you guys see here the guy's proposing, right? So the first thing he did is get her attention, right? He had to get her attention. And then after he got her attention, he had to get interest, right? Going on dates, doing whatever, all that stuff. And then after he got interest, he had to make the proposal. And then if you got to close the sale, right? There's like the sequence. And so the questions that you got to start asking is, what does the customer need next? And what I wanted, I wasn't going to do this, but I am going to do it. I'm going to actually show you how to make this work. But you want to ask, what does the customer need next? And what problem is created by the product or service that you're offering? And then the other thing you want to ask is, how can you solve the problem? So I'm going to show you guys an example here. I'm just going to create a new document in Google Docs. Product / service, enter. And we're going to go problem, solution. Okay, so here's how this works. So for everything that you offer, every time you give someone something, you create a new problem, right? Every time you sell someone something, you create a new problem. So we're going to use a very simple example. Say I'm selling whiteboard markers, right? Okay, so product or services whiteboard is markers. If I could spell. Okay, so now they have markers. What's the problem that they have what's the problem that's created when someone gets whiteboard markers? So, say they already have a whiteboard, right? Well, the problem is if they have whiteboard markers, they're going to need an eraser, right? So the problem is they're going to have a dirty whiteboard. They're not going to be able to erase. So the problem is need to be able to erase, and then the solution is an eraser. Okay, so now they have the markers and they have the eraser, right? So that's the next product or service. And then what problem does the eraser cause? So the eraser, they tend to get dirty, and when they start getting dirty, they'll start ruining your board, right? Instead of actually cleaning the stuff off, they'll start it'll start spreading it, and then your board just looks dirty, kind of like mine over here. It's old, it's a little rugged, but it's all good. But so now it's like, okay, the problem is now my board gets dirty, and so what's the solution? Maybe there's like a whiteboard cleaner, right? Like something that you spray, and you only use it every so often, but you spray and you wipe it, and it helps get all the junk off, right? So you got this cleaner, okay? But then what problem is created by the cleaner? Well, say the cleaner will wear out your whiteboard, right? So over time, this cleaner has strong chemicals in it, and it'll actually wear out your whiteboard. So it's wear down. And so what we have in addition to that is we have this other spray that you put on one time. You spray it before you ever use your whiteboard, or if you've already used it for a little bit, it's okay. It'll still do its job. But what this does is it puts on a magic coat, and this coating is going to keep your whiteboard from being ruined. Basically, it guarantees you 10 years or more of life for your whiteboard, right? So then we have this magic coating, right? So now, if we look at the offer here, so you're going to get markers, you're going to get erasers, you're going to get the cleaner, and you're going to get the magic coating, right? So the markers alone, and we're going to do this more in a later lesson. Then we start looking at value, cost, perceived, right? So we're going to start looking at some of this stuff in a later lesson. But for now, I want you to start seeing how this sequencing works. So for example, if you're selling real estate, if you're a real estate agent, so when someone wants to buy a house, what's the problem that they have, right? Financing, okay? And the solution would be to have them pre-approved or whatever, right? Okay, so now someone is pre-approved, right? So that's the next service is loan, okay? So then what's the problem that's created when someone gets approved for a loan? Well, then maybe I don't know. I'm not in real estate, but you could go through and make this make sense for everything. So I'm going to show you the example that I use in my business, just so you guys can see it one more time for another example. So in my business, I do marketing, right? Marketing consulting. So basically, I teach people all these principles that I've spent, tens of thousands of dollars to learn, and provide service for them, right? So okay, I come in and I teach them how to do all this stuff and how these concepts work. But the problem is they don't know how to actually make it happen, right? They don't know how to make it happen. So then the solution is, okay, let me do it for you. So provide the service. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do, so the primary service that we offer is Facebook advertising, Instagram advertising, okay? So I'm going to do the Facebook/IG ads as a service. And then what problem does that create? Well, the problem is if they don't have content, if they don't have pictures, videos, all that stuff, then it doesn't matter if I'm doing Facebook ads because we don't have the attractive content to do it, right? So now they need content. And then what's the solution? Perfect. My business partner is a photographer and videographer, so we're going to also do your photos and videos for you. /video. Okay. And then what problem does that create? Okay. So now you have the consulting, so you have the strategy, you have the service, right? But then you also going to get the photos and videos. But then what else do you need? Okay, so after we do photo video, what's the next problem that creates? Okay, so now people are getting the advertisements, they're getting the content, the fake photo and video content. What's the next thing they need? Well, they need an awesome online presence, right? They need landing pages, so when someone clicks on their ad, they can either capture their information or sell them something, right? So then, the next problem they need is they need landing, or that's created is they don't have a destination, right? So then the next thing in our offer is website/landing page. Okay, and then the same question we ask: what problem does the website landing page cause? Well, when people have a website landing page and they're collecting leads, right? Whether they're trying to generate leads or they're trying to sell something, uh, the next problem is that they need to have a conversion tool, right? They need, if someone goes to the landing page and puts in their email, where does their email go? What email gets sent out? So now they need a conversion tool, right? And then we offer email marketing, right, for the conversion tool. So can you see how this just, you can keep going down the cycle as many times as you want to make your offer sweeter, to sweeten the pot, right? So you get marketing consulting, you get Facebook and Instagram ads, you get photo and video, you get a landing page, you get email marketing, right? And we just go through. So we have analytics, right? We have all this stuff that goes on our offer, and it all makes sense, right? If I just came up to someone and said, "Hey, can I build you a landing page?" They'd be like, "For what?" You know what I mean? Or if I came up and said, "Hey, can I do your email marketing?" Right? It has to make sense. And I could go and sell email marketing alone. I could sell landing pages alone. I can sell photo video alone. I can sell Facebook ads alone, right? But if I sold each of these alone, how much can I charge, right? When I do the offer, when I create the offer, it allows me to charge 2,500 plus. Okay, so that's the power. That's the power of offers, right? That's the power of offers. Let's hop back over to the Google slide. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some offer sequencing here. Got a little bit that I've went through and done research on. So these people here have done over $10 million in business, and basically they help women lose weight. Okay, so let's take a look at what it is that they do. So they have their offer right here. So the first thing is 24/7 Pocket Personal Trainer web app. Okay, so that's cool. I have the app and it might tell me the workouts, but I don't know. The problem is, like, I don't know how to do these workouts. So then the next thing they offer is hundreds of step-by-step tutorial videos. Okay, awesome. So I'm getting these tutorial videos. Um, you know, then the next thing is dozens of fat burning workouts at home and in the gym. Okay, so the problem, like as we look at this, the problem was, okay, I have all these tutorial videos, but how about if I don't have a gym that I go to, right? How about if I don't feel comfortable at the gym? So then you get workouts for at home and in the gym. And then, okay, that's cool, but how about if I get bored and I'm, get tired of these workouts? Well, then you get new workouts updated every week, right? So that's just one part of the offer, right? That's the fitness part. Now we're going to look at the nutrition part. Okay, cool. I know how to do all these workouts, but I know diet is important, right? Well, you're going to get new grocery lists with meal plans updated every week. Awesome. But how about if I don't really know how to cook and I'm gonna go buy all this stuff, but I don't know what to do with it? Well, then you're also gonna get hundreds of healthy recipes with cooking tutorial videos. Awesome. But I'm on the go. I'm a salesperson, or I'm a whatever, and I'm always out and about having to do things. What happens if I'm out and I gotta go eat at a restaurant? Plus 60 plus restaurant uh, healthy eat out menus. Sorry, that was weird. Okay, that's cool, but I always struggle to actually follow through and make it happen. Cool. Well, now we got accountability for you. You're gonna get a customer only exclusive accountability group. Okay, that's cool. You're also gonna get the customer only swag merchandise drop to remind you that you need to stay accountable. And then I know once you get that, you're gonna want some other stuff for succeeding. So we're gonna reward you with customer only prize packages. And then the other thing, the most important thing that you're gonna get is lifelong friendships, right? You're gonna have a community of people that are going through the same thing as you, that are going to support you when you're struggling, support you when you're down, to make sure that you push all the way through and make it happen, right? So you're going to get all of that for a free trial, right? Start your new lifestyle for free, right? So that's one offer that we can take a look at and see how they sequenced it, how it made sense, right? From the first part of the fitness, okay, you get all the stuff for fitness, but what about my nutrition? You get all the stuff with nutrition, but what about me actually following through and staying accountable? I've tried this stuff in the past. So that's one. Here's another one we're going to take a look at. This one is called Event Codex. And this is a guy.
I thought we actually had an idea of how to throw good events and monetize.
Peng Joon teaching people how to throw events and make money, right? So then let's scroll down, find his offer. Boom. Okay. So here's what you're gonna get. It comes down to the 5 steps, which I'm going to show you in detail. Selling the ticket. Okay, so you sold a ticket. Now what's the next problem you're gonna have? Okay, just because you sold a ticket doesn't mean they're gonna show up. So next thing is getting them to show up. Okay. So now I have people there. Now how do I actually make this event work and look good? Fulfilling the event. Okay, that's cool. But then I did a great job. But how do I sell? Executing the upsell. Okay, now I did that. But then how do I make sure that I don't have to do an event every week? Leveraging the event, right? The 5-step formula. Yeah, it's that simple. So we're going to scroll down and we're going to go through to his actual offer. Okay, so you're going to get the selling tickets, you're going to get the getting them to show up guide, you're going to get the fulfilling the event guide, you're going to get the executing the upsell guide, and you notice there's values on each of these worth at least $79.99, $12,499 in value, $8,999 in value, right? You're going to get the leveraging event, $3,000 in value, bunch of social proof. Then you got these bonuses, right? So the first offer sequence made a ton of sense, right? Because it was, okay, how do I sell the tickets? Okay, I sold the tickets. How do I make sure they show up? Okay, they showed up. How do I make sure I have a badass event? Okay, I had a badass event. How do I make sure I make money at the end? Okay, I made money. How do I make sure that I take advantage of this and make sure that the event makes me more money down the road? Okay, boom, 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 right? And then he threw in some bonuses. Okay, my everything you need, actual tools, templates, and action guides. Okay, cool. So how about if I don't know what to talk about at my event? Boom, bonus number 1. My fill my event marketing swipe file. Okay, so how about if I don't have a big online presence or people don't know me? Boom, you get my marketing swipe file. It's not that complicated Facebook marketing checklists and swipe campaigns. Okay, what happens if I don't know how to run advertisements? Boom, you get the checklist there. My banging doors down action guide for causing stampedes to get their to get their seat. Right. So can you guys see how this works? How much is just one event worth to you? 5,000, 10,000, 15, 50,000, and you get this whole entire offer for just 1997. Right. So did you see how going through that offer, everything made sense because it was built on the problem that was created by the previous thing, right? I'm going to show you one last one. Okay, I'm going to show you this last one here. This one is the Tai Lopez Social Media Marketing Agency course. So,
Thank you for attending.
Here's what you're going to get when you buy the benefits of the social media marketing program. You get the social media marketing agency. Okay, so I have this agency, but the calls are recorded, right? I don't. How about the? I know internet is changing every day. How about if things change? So you're going to get 1 month access of weekly social media live calls. Okay, cool. But what happens to all the old calls that you guys had in the past? How about if there's information I'm missing? 1 month access to the vault. Okay. That's cool. Now I know how to market. I know how I have access to all the calls, but I don't know how to get customers to say yes. Okay, you get the closing the sale guide. Okay, that's cool. How about if I'm not very good at posting and all that kind of stuff? Social media secrets. All right, how do I stay accountable? Private Facebook group. All right, how about if I have questions? One-on-one strategy call. All right, how about if whatever, like the how to live your cool lifestyle bonus, right? So you get usually $5,273, but for today only $497 or 3 monthly payments of $197, right? So with those three offers that we took a look at, can you see how the sequencing, it makes sense, right? It builds off of itself. So they're not saying, the lady boss woman wasn't saying, okay, with our lady boss thing, you're gonna get the fitness workouts, and I'm also gonna give you some chapstick, and I'm gonna give you some I don't know, some eyeglasses, right? It wasn't like random stuff thrown in an offer, right? It was like, okay, here's what you get. What problem does that create? Okay, here's the problem it creates. Here's the next thing you get. What problem does that create? Here's the next thing you get. So you see how that sequencing is important. So here's your module 5 homework. I want you to write out 3 problems that your product or service creates for your customers. And then after you write down the problems that it creates, I want you to write out products or services that you can offer to solve those additional problems, right? And then after you've done that, I want you to go online. I want you to find 3 offers and write down why you believe they sequence the offer in the way that they do. Okay, you can go back and look at the old ones that you've already taken a look at. You can find new ones, but I want you to start seeing, okay, why did they offer this and then this and then this? What problems are each of these products or services solving? Okay, so with that, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know we covered a lot in this one, but it's definitely important. It's powerful stuff to know, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.